A group of Russian investigators is now in Ankara to join the investigation into the killing of the country's ambassador to Turkey. The investigators visited the scene of the attack at the Contemporary Arts Center on Tuesday. Both the center and areas around the Russian embassy have been sealed off by police. After Ambassador Andrey Karlov was shot dead on Monday, Turkish police searched the house of the attacker, Mevlut Mert Altintas, and detained 7 people related to him. So far, the motive is still unclear. According to Turkish media, the killer simply flashed his police ID to enter the art center without security check and had visited the center for preparation days before the attack. CCTV's Michal Bardavid has more.
Hours after a Turkish man named Mert Altintas assassinated the Russian ambassador to Turkey, Andrey Karlov, officials announced the terrorist was an off-duty Turkish police officer. The 22-year-old had shouted out Arabic and Turkish slogans condemning Russia's involvement in Syria. He was shot and killed at the scene by Turkish special forces. If the act of terrorism aimed at damaging relations between the two nations, the effect seems to be the opposite. The leaders of Turkey and Russia have both emphasized that this assassination was provocative and aimed at hurting ties. The attack comes at a time when the two countries have increased cooperation regarding the evacuation process of Aleppo, Syria.
They will not come between Turkey and Russia. Whoever terror may come from, whoever may be behind it, we will overcome it with cooperation between our nation and our government. Terror will not separate us, but rather unite us and strengthen our cooperation.
Per the agreement between Turkish President Erdogan and his counterpart Putin, officials from both countries will be carrying out a joint investigation. Meanwhile, Turkish authorities have detained 6 suspects as well as the parents and sister of the terrorist. Turkish police have been exploring links with the attacker and the Fethullah Gülen terror organization, believed to be behind the July coup attempt in Turkey. The group denies any connection. Analysts emphasize this attack shows a security vulnerability that Turkey must deal with.
In terms of security, this is very critical. It's a very complicated issue because the assailant was a police officer that works within our own government. What are we to do from now on? Ask police officers to leave their weapons outside when they enter a conference or openings? It's a paradox in itself.
Security was tightened across the capital, especially around the Russian embassy, while the Iranian and U.S. embassies were closed for the day due to security concerns. Clearly an issue Turkey will have to deal with. Michal Bardavid at the Turkish-Syrian border.